Again, they was called out on the BS. That's why I love when the experts show up, because they show up and they show out. Okay, like all that. What's up, y'all? My name is Shiny B. And if this is your first time on my channel, thank you for clicking on this video. If this is a return visit from you, I'm gonna get this down one day. I'm gonna get it down. Hey y'all, hey, what's up? What's good? How was your week? What you been up to? What did you eat today? You know what I'm saying? Leave that down in the comments. Y'all, I'm not gonna hold you long today. Today's episode was like real chill. It was all about the doctors. Smile, red pill honesty, okay? I'm all about transparency. I did not see Virginia nor Eric full interviews with the doctors, okay? I was able to see the aftermath of what they talked about, and that's what I was able to see the aftermath of what they talked about after visiting. So that's what we're gonna talk about when it comes to those two. So I know for sure when I walked in, Eric was talking with Dr. Pepper, and they were talking about the fact that sis got a drinking problem. We all know on this show, I'm not making no excuses for her, and that's usually what people say before they make an excuse. So let me think about that for a second. All right, back into so Virginia and Eric, from his point of view, he thinks a lot of the arguments that they get into is because of the alcohol that Virginia drinks. And when I'm coming in, Virginia's like, well, with or without the alcohol, we would still have these issues. These would still be disagreements. So it's really not the alcohol, it's us. I love the way she's setting up for herself. Like, I really, really, really love the way she's setting up for herself. And the fact that she was so vulnerable about the children's situation, and that, are you going to leave me if I can't have kids? Seeing their interaction was just like, wow, they're really becoming a real couple in front of our faces, whether we like Eric or not. Exactly, whether we like him or not, they're becoming a real couple in front of our faces. And they're also portraying this thing that me and one of my homegirls been talking about, is having real conversations with the people that you're with. Like, if you dating somebody, y'all need to have some real conversations. Eric, when I came in, he was trying to pretend to be perfect, and everything was going so well with their relationship. And Dr. Pepper was just like, that's not true. I don't understand why they be trying to lie to the experts. Like, y'all know they got the footage, right? Like, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do y'all think they be knowing that the experts watch the footage? Or do you think that they be fans of the show before they go on it? Because as a fan, they definitely would know that the experts gonna call you out on your bullshit. Or do they tell them to lie and act like it? I don't know. Everything's conspiracy today. So let's move on. Yeah, so we talked about the drinking issues with Virginia. And Eric also wants Virginia to Eric wants Virginia to drop her plans for him. Virginia wants him to plan ahead a week in advance like she do. And I get where she's coming from about like not wanting to cancel on her friends at the last minute, because she's planned this a week in advance, and it seems like she's a pretty good person of being true to her word, even though sis don't ever be on time. She's true to her word, so I get where her frustration is coming in on that. But I kind of sort of unfortunately get Eric's point of view about, like, he's a pilot. He really, his schedule is kind of so he doesn't know what he's going to be doing a week from now. But I also kind of want to call BS on that, because I ain't never, I don't know. Let me not, because I don't know about that. I'm about to say, I ain't never booked a flight and not known I was going to be on a flight. But then again, anytime I booked a flight, it never says who my pilot is. I don't know how their scheduling system works, so let me not speak on stuff I don't know. On to the next couple. Up next, we have Ryan and Clara. Y'all, once again, they was called out on the BS. That's why I love when the experts show up, because they show up and they show out. Okay, like all that fronting they be doing when they be doing their little group talks and when they be going on their little girl dates. The girls be keeping it real though. I know this exercise ball. I keep playing with it. The girls be keeping it real. So for the most part, they be real with each other, but then they get to the experts and lie. And I don't understand. The person who can help your relationship the most, why lie to them? Clara and Ryan end up getting with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal. I love Pastor Cal so much. I love him so much. So they end up getting with the experts, and the experts are like, so what are the things that you like about them? I can't wait to ask them what the hell is going on with this sex thing. That's how I felt Dr. Pepper was looking when she was up there talking to Clara about Ryan in this sex situation. Like, Clara has vocalized to everyone about sex and how she is frustrated. But she said something that kind of like, okay. She said Ryan has been with people for like 2-3 years and them not really, have sex, or the fact that he's never said I love you, or the fact that he's allowed to get off and she can't. I still don't understand that. But either way, Dr. Pepper was letting her know that, like, hey, you really need to have a conversation with him, which she did not bring up the sex topic. Like, she beat around the bush about it, but she didn't bring it up the way that she needed to address it ahead. And also this religious issue about them having kids. That is a deal breaker for Ryan. Her not so much, because she's seen where her mother was the religious person, her father wasn't, and how their household was like able to work and coincide together. And Ryan's not going for that. That's not in his ministry of what he wants with his kids. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see if that is something that will not allow them to stay married. And I still want to know what Ryan's issue is that he won't have sex with Clara. Like, and then she said the more she asked him about it, the more she knows she's pushing that date further out. So she already understands the punishment system that he has, like, sustained. Like, she already know. So she already know, look, I'm not going to ask him because it's going to make him matter. It's going to make him push it out even further, because at this point, it's like he's being relentless for a reason. And she don't want no parts of it because she want that good thing. So she going to let it go. On to the next one, okay? Y'all, I'm running through this today because y'all, it was triggering for me. So I don't want to go off while recording this video. Chris and Paige are the next couple that ends up talking to the experts. And y'all, I love how Dr. Pepper handled Paige with care. Like, one of the things that she said that like really triggered me was the whole situation of he embarrassed you in front of the world. Like, you had no boundaries set up. You had, like, you just were allowing him to take you on this emotional roller coaster. And I'm like, dang, although Paige is sitting here and she's presenting herself as this strong-minded woman, she's also acting as if she didn't have such self-respect. Like, she wasn't, she didn't have dignity. And I know those two are kind of the same thing, but y'all, like, I just really love the advice that Dr. Pepper gave her, and just like, baby, honor yourself. Honor yourself, because if it doesn't sit right with you, it's not going to come off right. It's not going to be right to the rest of the world. So honor thyself first, sis. And that's what she ultimately ended up doing. But it wasn't her choice. If Chris probably walked in the door right now and wanted to make it work with her, I feel like she would do it because she really not over him. She's over being she over being embarrassed, okay? I'm out here trying to use these big ass words. Like, I mean, I know what the word is. I just can't say it. Chris ends up meeting with Pastor Cal. He's disrespectful from the rip, okay? Waste my time is like wasting my money. Fortunately for Chris, Pastor Cal was already on the clock. He was already on set. And I feel like at this point, are they purposely making him late? Or is the reason he didn't like Virginia because him and Virginia is so much of the same person? I'm gonna wait for it. He sits down and y'all, he tell Pastor Cal that this is y'all fault. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got nothing to do with me. This y'all fault. Me and Paige ain't work. Y'all knew that girl was not cute in the face, but she was thick in the waist, had a cute shape. Now watch me ride. Look, Chris made me, I know I'm laughing, but I do this like nervous laugh. Like when I be nervous, I be laughing. Like comedy is my healer. Chris' scene was so cringeworthy, y'all, because of the simple fact this fool really tried to blame Pastor Cal for hooking him up with Paige when they were the most compatible on paper. He even stated the fact, hey, I understand why y'all matched us, but bruh, you couldn't make sure she was more attractive. And Pastor Cal asked him to break that down. He's like, there's plenty of women, Latino women, white women, attractive women. He kept jabbing at the fact that she was not attractive. And it's like, to someone, Paige is a beautiful woman. I love her when she has her faux locks in. I think they make her look amazing. Do you hear me? That girl is beautiful. And it's like, bruh, you are so conceited and into yourself that you expect all the people around you to be like, I don't know, because he not cute. I don't get it. It ain't for me to get. I don't want to understand crazy because I'm saying, anyways, he sits there. He's like being an asshole while talking to Pastor Cal, and Pastor Cal was like, "Let me wipe these glasses off. I already had to check my watch one time for this fool. I'm over it." Chris made the statement of, "Yeah, I don't really understand why we're having this conversation because like it's over." And Pastor Cal was like, "Alright, I'm out. You ain't gotta tell me twice. My crew, let's go. You hear me?" And that's how we about to move on to the next couple. Next on the scene was Brianna and Vincent. And y'all, the fact that Brianna, okay, let me get into it. Brianna sits down with Dr. Pepper and she has to explain things that are going great and, you know, the things that, the unanswered questions that need to be answered for their relationship to continue to work and blossom the way that it's been doing. Of course, she loves everything about this man. He's generous, he's kind, thoughtful. She said he's respectful, he listens. He's everything she could have imagined. But there are two things that we don't get to see on camera, which I love the way they show up on camera too. You know what I'm saying? They keep their stuff to themselves. One of the things being Vincent is on a really strict budget. I don't know if Brianna got his full money story, like the money story that we got when we were introduced to him about not being able to afford shoes, and the reason why he gave a lot of his stuff away was just because he remembered and he knew that at any point in time that could have been him out there begging for change, and he knew that at some point in time he needed someone else's help, which is why he was such a big giver. I don't think she knows his real money story because Brianna is a very intelligent woman, and if she knew the real money story that we kind of got when they introduced him, I think she would be perfectly fine with why he's so strict on their budget. She's more so like, hey, I work hard for this money. I want to spend this money. And he's like, I want to invest into our future. I'm trying to, I'm thinking beyond just a few dates. So at this point, I need for you to get on. Neither one of these two know how to compromise. Just FYI. I need you to get on my ship. Okay. When it comes to this, I need you to get on my ship. So that was one of her issues with him. The second thing that she had an issue with him about was the fact that he wants kids like right now. Not right now, but like, a year or two from now. And she's petrified of that because sis has high blood pressure. And she knows that with all the stress that's going to be put on her body, that's going to be a lot of responsibility once she gets pregnant. For it's going to be a lot on her, on the baby. And then there is like a high blood pressure disease called preeclampsia that you get when you're pregnant. And since she already has high blood pressure, she feels as if Vincent doesn't understand how serious it is and why she has such a fear of giving birth. Which honestly, I think a lot of women go through this fear. I am a mother myself. I went through the fear of like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But the moment I was actually able to hold my baby, like it washed away all the 9 months of craziness. So hopefully she allows herself like that experience. It's an experience, okay? So on next episode, they teased the fact of like they were talking about adoption. We're going to see how that goes. Vincent talks to Dr. Cal, and Dr. Cal is like, oh, what's up with y'all? Of course, he tried to play it smooth, tried to act like everything was good, but we know. Because when you know, right? So Vincent, Brianna wants Vincent to get up early in the morning. She wants him to get up with her around the time that she gets up. Because if you get up early in the morning, you get a lot more stuff done. And I would appreciate if you got up early. And it's so crazy that for him, his deal breaker was the fact of like, hey, I put you first on so many situations. I need for you to allow me to have this. Like, compromise with me and just allow me to sleep because I'm tired. I don't feel like he's asking for too much, but she wants the compromise to be that he puts his phone down, he goes to sleep, and he gets up early in the morning. I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing, sis? What are you doing? Did you not just hit the man? She's like, oh, will you be on your phone? And that keeps the brain going. And if you got off your phone, you could get up early in the morning. Since his distressor is the fact that he want to be on his phone, let that man live. Y'all don't have to get up at the same time. Live with each other on the weekend. Be with each other on the weekend. During the week, let that man have his schedule, girl. Like, you tripping. And for our last couple for the night, I know I kind of, she a track star through these characters tonight, okay, through these couples. But y'all, I'm trying. Haley and Jacob, real quick. Haley gets on my damn nerves. Like, I just be want to choke her every time she start these little petty tears. Dr. Pepper like, girl, what you crying for? We ain't even got into this yet. Why is you crying? Like, get it together, sis. Get it together. They have no common ground. When they was in Vegas, Haley claims, quote unquote, one of the reasons why she was pulling away from Jacob is the fact that they don't have real conversations. She's probably somebody who needs to be mentally stimulated for like the sex and everything else to be good. But she said like they don't be having real conversations, so that's why she can't really get into him. So then not only is she not getting the mental part, he's not her cup of tea. I feel like in some angles Jacob is really cute, but then some of them might be like, oh sis, I see what you're saying. Just how I'm beautiful to someone and the ugly to someone else. It's just reality, okay? Everybody look at you differently. Haley and her crocodile tears be killing me. Ooh, that was a lot coming out. But you know what? It is what it is, and we're going to keep moving. Dr. Pepper calls her out on the fact that she has not been trying, even though she acts like she is. And Dr. Cal with Jacob he asked him would he be really willing, like, if Haley got it together, would he be willing to make it work? And he said yes. I don't understand how they got two people this season who know that the other person is not attracted to them, wanting to be with them. I don't know how that happened this season. Like, I just really don't know. But yeah, y'all, that's really all that happened this episode. I know it's kind of brief, but it was a lot of, like, talking to the counselors, talking to Dr. Pepper, Pastor Cal. I love me some Pastor Cal, y'all. He always is, like, keeping it real, keeping it, like, blunt, honest. I love people who can just give the truth. Y'all, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. Make sure you hit that like button. If anything sizzle down in your spirit, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, okay? I want to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you know somebody who knows somebody, make sure you send them this video and just tell them to hit that little subscribe button, okay? They ain't even got to turn the notifications on. Just hit the subscribe button. I want to grow my channel. When I get to 300 subscribers, y'all, I'm going to do a giveaway. Doing a giveaway. I am going to give away. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, so you can let YouTube know that you like this content and that I need to keep making more, and they're going to push me in the algorithm. Look, I'm talking too much. I was supposed to be gone. I'm going to see y'all in my next video. Bye. What's your hustle? Like, what you do? What you do that's great? What do you do that everybody call you for?
Think that you gonna get me for the discount price? You must be tripping, smoking dope, or trying to ruin your life.